Well, finally now the other guys have decided to basically put their differences to the side and do what should have got did years ago, what should have been getting did all the time. Now you have Matchroom, Golden Boy, Top Rank, PBC willing to work together. So now they have to form something similar to a Justice League of boxing to combat what, Dana White and Turkey is going to do. So, they had so many opportunities, and you look what happened with Al Heyman and the PBC, how basically they wore out their welcome with 3 different networks because they refused to work with other people and give people the fights that we wanted to see, that we were clamoring for whatever reason. We couldn't get the fights made that we wanted to see. Now, whether you blame the networks, whether you blame the fighters, whether you blame the promoters, it just didn't seem like it was that sense of urgency to make these fights. I guess they thought that these TV networks would always be around. Keep in mind, you heard Leonard Ellerbe talking about we don't fight on apps. Well, you're fighting on an app now with Amazon, and Amazon, from what people been told, that they ready to just move another direction. But who knows? Maybe something to happen in the next coming days or next coming weeks, but you never know. But now these dudes have to join forces like the Super Friends or something, like how they once did with the Justice League and stuff. So now I guess they're going to have the Hall of Justice, to where now these guys are going to, basically try to find a way to make certain fights happen, because at the end of the day, there is this effort to get rid of, what you would call the middlemen, get rid of the promoters and all those type of people, and the sanctioning bodies. That's pretty much what Dana White's plan is going to be. And I say, damn, it shouldn't have took this long. The mainstream media, they really didn't care, but media like me saw this coming, kept saying this was going to happen if they didn't make certain fights. It took them far too long to make Spence versus Crawford, and by the time the fight actually happened, well, basically it looked like Showtime had checked out, because it might have been 2 years too late. So that's basically what happened. And then you were clamoring for other fights. You couldn't get Canelo to sign a contract to fight David Benavidez. You couldn't get Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, when that could have been the hottest heavyweight fight around, because there was too many politics involved. And then you had dudes trying to finesse and thinking that they could outsmart everybody. And now look where they're at now. So basically they have no choice when it was simple. And then you had the fighters, where all these fighters, I don't want to fight this dude, I don't want to fight that dude, I need a certain amount of money to fight this person, I need a certain amount of money to fight that person. So, with that being said, look where we are now. So, let's see what happens. Anyway, it's your boy Town. I'm out.